Hi everyone, welcome to Yalcast. My name is Melek. Today we will talk about the battles, the pain we carry, and the hope that slowly returns. Sometimes I think about how many things we never understood when we were children, and how they slowly start to make sense as we grow up. When we were younger, life felt lighter, softer, simpler. When we fell, we cried for a short time and someone helped us stand again. A hug, a small joke, a little kindness, and suddenly things felt okay again. Back then, we truly believed that everything would eventually pass, that time would fix every problem, that hearts didn't break this deeply. But then we grew up, and growing up taught us something different. We learned that life doesn't just hurt our bodies, sometimes it hurts our hearts and minds. And when the inside gets hurt, there isn't always a simple bandage to fix it. People always say that time goes by, but time doesn't just pass, it moves through us. It touches our thoughts, our memories, and our feelings, and every moment leaves something behind. Every goodbye, every disappointment, every silence, they stay. Growing up is not only about getting taller, it is thinking more, worrying more, and sometimes feeling tired inside without even knowing why. One day you look at yourself and realize you no longer love the way you used to. Things that once felt small now feel heavy. Things that once didn't matter now stay in your mind for days. And then you start asking yourself, does time really heal everything, or does it just teach us how to live with the pain? When was the last time you really stopped and asked yourself how you actually feel? Most people are not broken because something ended. They are broken because something stayed unfinished. We stay silent when we want to speak. We hold back when we want to reach out. We walk away when deep inside we want to stay. Maybe we wanted to stay, sorry, or you hurt me, or please don't go, or maybe I still care. But we didn't. Life continued, people changed, moments disappeared. But the words we never said stayed inside us. They stay like a knot in our chest, like a heavy stone we carry every single day. We do not always cry, and we do not always show it, but it's there. And as we grow older, the I wish I had said it moments grow with us. Have you ever wondered how different things could have been if you had spoken when you stayed silent? We always hear the same sentence: time heals everything. Maybe sometimes this is true, but not always. Time doesn't always fix things. Sometimes it just makes them quieter. The pain may not scream like it did in the beginning, but it still whispers. It still lives inside us, calmer but deeper. Sometimes we do not forget, we just learn to live with it. We smile even we feel a little broken. We keep going even when something inside us feels missing. And somehow life continues anyway. But have you ever asked yourself, am I really healing? Or am I just pretending that I'm fine? Then one day you look in the mirror and realize that you are not the same person anymore. You are not the child who trusted everything so easily. You are not the person who believed every promise without thinking. Now we are different, maybe quieter, maybe more careful, maybe a little more tired, but also stronger in another way. Because people don't only grow through happiness, they also grow through pain, through lessons, through the moments that change them. Sometimes we miss our old selves, the version of us who didn't think so much and didn't worry this deeply. But the truth is this: who we are today is the result of everything we have lived. Maybe we cannot always say, I'm glad it happened, but we can say, I survived, I learned, I'm still here. And that is the strength. So ask yourself, who have you become? And are you kinder to this new version of yourself? We grow up hearing the same ideas again and again. Be strong, don't cry, don't show weakness, keep everything inside. As if having deep feelings is something to be ashamed of, as if being emotional means being weak, but it doesn't. Humans break sometimes. humans get tired, humans feel lost, and that is completely normal. Real strength is not always saying I'm fine. Sometimes real strength is being able to say I'm not okay right now. Crying does not make you feel weak. Feeling deeply does not make you weak. Caring does not make you weak. It makes you human. Maybe the strongest people are not the ones who never fall apart, but the ones who fall, break a little, learn, heal slowly, and still choose to love, still choose the hope, and still choose to continue. So if someone listening to this right now feels tired, feels lost, feels like they're carrying too, you're not alone. Maybe this time does not heal everything, but it changes us, shape us, teach us, and help us grow. And sometimes that is enough. Because life is not about being perfect or never hurting. Life is about continuing even when it hurts. And you're still here. You're still breathing. You're still moving forward. But have you ever realized how strong that actually makes you? Maybe you don't see it yet, but being here, still trying, still living, already means more than you think. And maybe the most surprising thing about growing up is this. We start to realize how many people around us are also quietly fighting their own battles. People who look strong, confident, always smiling. They also have moments when they feel weak, lost, or invisible. We pass so many people every day, at school, on the street, at home, even among our closest friends. We talk, we laugh, we joke. But do we really see each other? Do we really ask, how are you? And actually mean it? Sometimes the strongest looking person in the room is the one who needs kindness the most. Sometimes the loudest person is hiding the quietest pain. And sometimes the person who says, I don't care, is actually the one who cares the most. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever wondered what someone is hiding behind their smile? Because we all hide things. We hide our fears, we hide our disappointments, we hide the versions of ourselves that we are scared to show. Not because we want to lie, but because we are scared of being misunderstood, judged, or hurt again. We live in a world where everyone tells us to be strong, but rarely remind us that it's okay to be human. It is okay to feel deeply, it is okay to need comfort, it is okay not to have everything figured out. Life isn't a perfect straight line, it's full of stops and starts, full of moments when we feel like we are moving forward and moments when we feel like we're stuck, and that's normal. Sometimes you will feel like you're doing great. Sometimes you will feel lost. Sometimes you will feel like you're finally okay. And then suddenly you won't be. And that is still okay. Healing is not a race. Growing is not a competition. Everyone has their own time, their own speed, their own journey. So maybe instead of asking, why am I not okay yet? We should start asking, what is the moment trying to teach me? What am I learning about myself? What kind of person am I becoming through this? Because every feeling, even the heavy ones, is part of our story. And our story matters. You matter, your dreams matter, your fears matter, your voice matters even when it shakes. Even when it feels small, even when you think no one is listening. Someone cares, someone will miss you, someone is grateful that you exist. Even if they don't say it enough, and one day you will look back and realize that the days you thought you were the weakest were actually the days you were becoming stronger. Not because everything was perfect, but because you choose to continue anyway. So if you are listening to this right now, take a slow breath, put your hand on your heart, feel it beating, you're still here, you're still trying. And that is not something small. That is something powerful. Maybe we don't always get the answers we want. Maybe time doesn't fix everything, but time helps us grow, helps us understand, helps us find softer, kinder versions of ourselves. And maybe, just maybe that is enough. And maybe the most beautiful part of life is this. Nothing stays the same forever, not even the painful moments. The things that broke you once will not always have the same power over you. One day, you will wake up and realize that the weight on your chest feels lighter. The memories that once hurt will start to feel softer. The past will still exist, but it will no longer control your future. Hope does not always arrive like fireworks. Sometimes it comes quietly. It comes in small moments, in the love you didn't expect to love, in the message from a friend you didn't know you needed, in a calm evening when your heart finally feels safe again. It comes in ordinary days, slowly teaching you that life can still be gentle. Maybe we will not always understand why things happen. Maybe we will not always get the ending we wanted, but we can still choose what to do with what life gives us. We can fall and we can also stand up again. We can cry and still learn how to smile afterward. We can be hurt and still learn how to love again. Not just others, but ourselves too. So if you're listening to this right now and you feel lost, tired, or unsure about where your life is going, I want you to know something. You're not alone, you're still here, and that is already a powerful thing. Every breath you take means there's still another chance waiting for you. Another day, another beginning, another reason. The road ahead may not always be perfect, but it's still yours, and somewhere on the road, there will be new people, new dreams, new moments that will make your heart feel alive. One day, you will look back and realize how strong you actually were, even when you didn't notice it. So let's keep going. Let's keep hoping. Let's keep believing that better days are not just a possibility. They're coming. Maybe slowly, maybe quietly, but they're on their way. Because in the end, no matter how dark a night seems, the morning always arrives. And when it does, I hope you are there to feel the sunlight on your face. And I hope you smile. That's all I have to say today. If you want to join us on our Yalcast adventure, don't forget to subscribe. You can listen to us on Spotify and YouTube and follow the latest updates on our Instagram account. See you in the next episode.